Hey everybody. I know I normally do educational videos trying to teach my techs how to repair cars and how the systems work, but this is really getting to be crazy. We keep on having, issues with guns. And I'm just going to put my voice in with the rest of the people that are really upset about how our our, our legislators do what they do. And believe me, they're not listening to us. When it comes to the Republican Party, they're not listening to us. They are listening to the weapons dealers. They're looking at the NRA. They're looking at people that give them lots of money. Let's be honest. They're not looking at what the constituents, what we are upset about. And I myself have two daughters, and I could not believe what I heard yesterday. And when I heard about the shootings, and it's not the first one, I know there's not going to be a reprieve from this, and it'll continue on going on. And I know I'm ranting a bit here, but being a dad and being concerned about my family and making sure they're safe, if we continue to let this continue, in other words, we just give out our condolences instead of really doing something about it. And since the Republicans are not listening, and all they're going to do is listen to, the manufacturers, and they're going to be listening, looking and putting out as this is our a constitutional right. Yes, but we need to have some kind of control. And what I mean by that, I don't mean nobody buys guns. I mean we have to have some basic checks that need to be done. Um, there, yeah, I agree. This is not going to stop everything. This is only going to keep some people out. You can in LA, if you got enough money, you can go downtown and buy guns. This is not going to stop everybody. This is going to stop some people. But why in the heck do does a 18-year-old need an AR-15? Why do do people have to buy body armor? What's the deal behind that? What if you're not in law enforcement? If you're not in the service branches, why do you need body armor? And why do you need an AR-15? Explain that to me, because that makes no sense, especially at their age. You get a little bit older, you get a little bit wiser, you start learning that you're not invincible and somebody's going to take you out if you do stupid things like this. But allowing kids to be killed, it's not right. This is stupid. This is idiotic. You need, we need, let's put it that way, we need to stand up to it. Every individual, not just me ranting on YouTube, but everybody needs to say, this is enough. We're tired of it. We're tired of hearing about kids being killed. If we don't do something, nobody will. We've got to vote. We got to get people out of office. If they vote against some kind of reasonable gun control, I mean, background checks. And we shouldn't stop the background checks because it's been more than 3 days. That's silly. We need to have some kind of a background check to make sure everything, when they buy that weapon, that they're not going to be taking it out to kill somebody. It doesn't mean everybody's going to get caught on this, but it'll slow things down a bit. But just to hand them an AR-15, if you come out to California and you want to buy a handgun, you have to take a safety test. It could be online, yes, but you have to take a safety test. Then you have to, then you have a background check. It's not a matter of you just, here's your gun, go ahead and do what you need to do. And why do we need to sell AR-15s? Why do we need to sell assault weapons? The only reason we need to have an assault weapon is to kill people. And we're killing little people. It doesn't make sense. We need to do something at the grassroots part of it, from the bottom up, because they're not taking and protecting our kids. We need to protect our kids. I remember going to school when the campus was wide open. I go by schools right now, there's a big old fence up there, and I don't blame them, because that's the only way we can protect kids. But what did this guy do? He went into a classroom, locked the freaking door, and then shot. Started doing shots. Started shooting people. Started shooting kids. Helpless kids. Does that make sense? I know he's troubled. I get it. When I went to school, there was a lot of troubled kids. Did they go in and shoot up kids? No. They were called out. Now what do we do? What do? We, from the ground up, start pushing. Let's get this stuff taken care of. Let's get our legislators to do what we, the people, tell them. They're supposed to be representing us. Nobody else. They're supposed to be representing us. Not the gun manufacturers, not the NRA. They're supposed to be representing us. They're not representing us. When 90% or 89% say, hey, we're okay with a background check, we're okay with some kind of gun control, then, hey, we should have it already in place. But no, we go up and put it up for, consideration. What do? Huh? They vote against it. Every last Republican votes against it. What do you think? Leave a comment down below. I am just so pissed right now. I was pissed after the last incident. I'm up, getting into age right now, and to just think about me going to the market and all of a sudden there's somebody to shoot me up because I'm this color. That is making me even madder. And then we go back to Sandy Hook. All this other stuff we thought maybe we learned. Maybe people will say, hey, you know what? We do need some kind of protection for our kids. This is just totally stupid.